FM radio's changing quite a lot, and I'm not sure I like that very much. Hey there, my name is Lynn, and for this video, I will be talking about the changes happening at Home Radio 97.9, an easy listening radio station that serves Mega Manila. This is not a well-researched deep dive into the history of DJs and FM radio in the Philippines. This is just me reacting to the news and feeling sad about it. So basically, I found out on Twitter last week that Home Radio was changing its format from having live DJs to becoming an all-music radio station, which means non-stop music and zero DJ chit-chat. DJ Chris, the host of the show Midday Classics, which features music from the 70s and the 80s, posted this letter on his Facebook. In it, he explains that the station is under new management and that the station's programming is shifting to an all-music format. He also expressed his appreciation for his listeners and promised to give them an update about whatever he'll be doing next. Gia, another home radio DJ, also bid listeners farewell on March 30 in a short Facebook post. The news disappointed listeners. Some stations have had less talk more music segments for a while now, but getting rid of DJs entirely is a whole other situation. Some said that they might as well just listen to a streaming service if they want uninterrupted music, and others have even suggested that the displaced DJs start their own shows or podcasts, promising to follow them wherever they go. Other changes may be happening at home radio, but doing away with DJs is a pretty big one. And it's kind of sad to me because I grew up listening to both FM and AM radio and had my own favorite DJs. It was fun to call a radio station, request a song, and be heard by your friends live. Back in 1998, I phoned into Bruce Romano's late night show on Monster Radio RX 93.1, and we chatted a bit about how nervous I was about starting college. My friend and I also sent in tapes to Magic 89.9, hoping to become DJs. There are some shows and stations that you prefer listening to because of their music mix and because you like the DJs who host certain segments. Listener support helped make a good number of DJs famous to this day. People my age will definitely know the names Chico and Delamar, who had incredible on-air chemistry back in the day, Joe Domingo and his love and relationship show Love Notes, and Mo Twister, a controversial but always interesting personality. A few DJs, such as Boom Gonzalez and Sam YG, have even become personalities in the entertainment industry outside of radio. I found a Reddit thread where some people were wondering why DJs were still a thing, with one user saying that if they wanted to hear people talk, they'd watch a talk show, and another one saying that they'd listen to the radio more if all the chatter was cut out. Some just found DJs annoying in general. I wonder if this attitude is an indicator of how people are less willing to engage with others and prefer isolation, or maybe it's not that deep and they just prefer listening to nothing but music. But DJs do more than just cue songs and play them. They help shape the identity of the station and even create an audience. Their shows also help build community. On radio shows that give love and life advice or the ones about current events, DJs open the lines for listeners to share their stories and opinions. Social media has also made it easier for DJs to reach out to people, asking them for their takes on a certain topic and then reading them on air. At the very least, DJs are like a comforting presence for listeners who are by themselves and have the radio on for something to break the silence, and they're also like a cheerful, yapping friend helping you get through the day. Even morning radio shows have their merits. Sure, the DJs can get pretty loud, but they're trying to hype up listeners for the day and cheer them up during traffic, and maybe they're hyping themselves up too because their show starts so early. I get that these changes are happening because radio's taken a hit from streaming and stations have to make decisions that make the most financial sense. Maybe we should all be listening to the radio more so stations know they still have an audience, but the younger generation has different listening habits now. There are still a good number of FM radio stations, and I hope they find ways to retain their identity, their programming, and their DJs, which are all things that make a station unique. So that's all I have to say about this topic. Do you have a favorite radio station and a favorite DJ? How do you feel about DJs being gone from the radio? Does this issue concern you at all? Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.